It's come to my attention, this dinner party I had last night.
Yeah, it's off the rails.
It's a little bit controversial. People have a little bit to say. They're speaking their mind, and it's bullcrap because it was a successful dinner party.
If it was so successful, you wouldn't be frazzled now, swearing and stuff. If you're not quite sure what we're talking about, this is what Callum said to me at 7 o'clock this morning.
Tom, last night I had a dinner party.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought I'd go really experimental with the food. Ballsy for a dinner party as well, to do something you've never cooked before. Made a sweet potato bake with marshmallows on top. Oh! It sounds horrific.
It does sound horrific,
so
you're right.
It was an interesting call to make, actually. So I guess the whole recipes throughout the night were a little bit bizarre. We were going for a bit of a strange thing to impress these people for the dinner party. So I'll run you through what we actually served.
Right, yeah, because you told me it didn't stop there.
No.
It didn't stop a sweet potato bake with marshmallows on top. That also got burnt.
Yeah, so the oddities did not stop there, no. So the first thing, also keep in mind, the marshmallow potato bake is a Nigella Lawson recipe.
Yeah, all right, mate. But you're not Nigella Lawson.
Nigella
Lawson is the same person that calls the microwave the microwave. This is not someone you should be taking lessons from.
She's a reputable lady. Get Nigella's name out of your mouth. But the first thing we cooked was green hummus. So not just ordinary hummus, it was green.
Do you cook that or just?
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just got a bunch of basil in it and stuff
you're not
to make
cooking
it green.
Anything really.
You are. Well, I'm still preparing hummus. A lot of people would just get store-bought hummus. You don't need to dig deep on that.
You don't.
The next thing was pasta. So pretty much just a chickpea pasta sauce kind of thing.
Chickpea pasta.
Yeah.
Right. Like the pasta was made out of chickpeas, or you added chickpeas in?
How would the pasta be made out of chickpeas?
I don't know, but it's weird to have chickpeas in your pasta, I reckon.
There was a vegetarian there, and there was a bunch of leftover chickpeas.
Have a tomato-based sauce?
There's a bunch of... Yeah, it had passata in it. Yeah. I'm not going to go into everything about these recipes, but we used leftover chickpeas from the hummus, so it worked out well. Then, of course, the marshmallow potato bake happened. And then from there, we had this chocolate salami. So this thing...
Chocolate salami.
So pretty much...
Remind me if I ever get an invitation to one of your dinner parties to decline.
Light it up on fire with a flint ASAP. But yeah, no, pretty much the chocolate salami. It looks like a salami because it's got pecans and these biscuits in it. So when you cut into it, it looks exactly like a Metwurst or something.
Someone has just texted in, mate. It must have been someone that was at your dinner party, and they said the dessert looked like droppings.
Yeah, it did. I pissed it as soon as I saw it and had to douse it with kilos upon kilos of icing sugar just to roll it around in some glitter.
Look, what was going through your head when you set the menu for this dinner party?
I want to be experimental. I want to be cool with that.
Yeah, save experimental stuff for when you're cooking for yourself.
Hey, we also got another text in here. The sweet potato with marshmallow is an American Thanksgiving thing, and not the weirdest thing I ate when I was there for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
from Demi.
Not the weirdest thing.
It's up there.
it's still a weird thing.
Embrace the weirdness. It tasted great.
Look, let's open up the phone lines here. What's the weirdest dish you've had, Adelaide?
So, not speaking of this one, there is a Christmas party we go to every year, and there's a family that bring banana curry. And I think that tops it. I think that's weirder than the marshmallows. I think it's weirder than everything I put out last night. Banana curry with curry powder, things like that. That is horrific. We got a bunch of texts in, Tom. Someone says, I had lamb balls.
I mean balls.
Yeah.
Hey,
bit of an old one.
You were talking about banana curries before, thinking that's the weirdest thing. People on the text line are absolutely defending the curry banana recipe. Someone said, hi guys, please try and get me that curry banana recipe. Had it once in a country Victorian pub. It was amazing. Never seen it since. Thought, what the hell? But it's actually amazing. Like peanut butter and tomato sauce sandwich. Sounds whack, but tastes great.
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded. I just think it looks terrible. But yeah, I mean, I've never tried it. So if you're vouching for it, I can find the recipe and give it a whirl with you.
Well, there's a place on Prospect Road that does a banana blossom chicken salad, and that is life-changing.
So this is totally different to a salad. This is a piece of banana stewing in a yellow liquid.
I don't know, mate. Got to give it a go. Someone else has texted in here saying, weirdest dish was at my auntie's house, and we had tuna mornay with gherkins.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Horrific mix.
Let's jump over to Verdun. We've got Cadence on the line. Cadence, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Geez, how old are you, Cadence?
I'm 11.
11 years old. Wow. And what's the weirdest dish you've ever eaten?
For my birthday, I had chicken nuggets with sprinkles and Milo.
Right. Was this a birthday cake or something?
Or were you at Callum's dinner party last night?
I had it for breakfast.
Breakfast?
Wow. Was it, Cadence, was it any good? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, we'll have to give that a try, Tom. That's not too bad.
I don't hate the sound of it.
Three things I love, to be fair. Chicken nuggets, Milo and sprinkles. It can't go wrong.
Cadence, good on you. Thanks for getting involved, matey.
Thank you.
Cheers. JJ, Morford Vale, what's up? What was the weirdest thing you've eaten?
G'day, fellas. Happy birthday, Tom. You absolute legend.
Yes, it is his birthday indeed.
Unnecessary. Not my birthday, but thank you.
Look, I made a chocolate cake one day and I thought it was going to go down phenomenally. Made the cake nice and moist, made it perfect. Butchered the icing. The icing was extremely runny, so I had to thicken it up. But panicked, looked to the kitchen, what can I grab? First in the fridge, first in the cupboard, bit of tomato sauce, mate. Whipped that into the icing.
What are you doing? JJ!
Mixed the tomato sauce with the icing, thickened that bad boy up, slapped it on, served it up, and the guys ate it with no complaints. But yeah.
You need to be detained, JJ. So no one said anything. No one said anything or had an inkling that it tasted a bit tomato saucy?
Look, I reckon they had an inkling and they kind of just thought, you know what, that is just him whipping up something weird and not unnormal. No one really looked at me and going, bro, is that tomato sauce in this cake? No one actually questioned it, so I got away with it unscathed for this time being, but I feel like I'll probably get a couple of messages from the mates going, you actually served tomato sauce in that cake.
JJ, have you made a cake with tomato sauce again since? Have you needed to?
Not gonna lie, lads. Sure have.
Really? What? So you got a taste for? You got first blood. You got a taste for the tomato sauce now.
Look, mate, you know how it goes, boys. Don't knock it till you try it, lad.
All right.
Good on you, JJ. Hey, mate. We've got a steel branded egg ski coming your way. It's got Red Bulls and discounts and moles plus Salisbury and Mount Barker, mate. There's no way we could not give you the prize for that.
Cheers, lad.
Cheers,
Appreciate
JJ.
it.
Cheers, JJ. Hey, we've still got a bit of time. We've got Simon from Littlehampton on the line. Simon, can you wrap things up? What's the weirdest dish you've had, mate?
Well, we're in Cambodia with a group of people and down near the markets and, weird things on sticks, but they had a little stand there with a giant wok filled with oil and a pile of tarantulas next door.
Okay.
So they toss those in the oil and fry them up and away you go for a bit of fun, you know.
Simon, I'm assuming you don't have arachnophobia then.
Look, I'm okay with spiders, but, when they're all a little bit shriveled up and, red hot in boiling oil, that eases the fear a wee bit.
I was going to say, they're not particularly dangerous in that state, are they?
No, indeed.
I don't know. It's something about those 8 legs for me.
More meat to eat.
Oh. Callum, what's worse than watching a not safe for work sex scene in a movie or a television show with your parents?
I don't know, watching one with your grandma. Or great-grandma following that.
That definitely.
Yeah.
But also being the wife or the husband of the person in that scene.
Yeah, okay, true. You get a bit jealous.
Yeah, and it's something I always think about, when you are watching these sort of scenes, you do think, geez, I wonder how the partner's feeling about this one. I wonder if they even watched the movie or the TV show.
Yes, why does it have to be Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Who approved this script?
There's so many other Brads.
Yeah.
Cooper. No, but you know what? It's probably like one of the... I reckon, this is something I think about all the time because I'm a weirdo, but I reckon... You know how so many actors and actresses get divorced so often?
Yeah.
It's got to be something to do with this, right?
Do you reckon?
All these not safe for work scenes.
The constant not safe for work, hey, the partner gets a little bit...
It's got to lead to something.
Seething with jealousy to the point where it just gets uncomfortable in the house, you reckon?
I think it's got to lead to something. And Blake Lively, who's married to Ryan Reynolds, has actually come out and said that these kind of scenes are like a cruel form of torture.
Right.
Yeah, and she went further on to say, when Deadpool came out back in 2016, I reckon it was, she was on a plane with, their 1-year-old son at the time.
Yeah.
And Deadpool had just sort of released, and it would just sort of come out, you could watch it on the airplane. And she said everyone was watching it. And there's one scene pretty early on in the movie where it's just this montage of Ryan Reynolds with his wife in the movie just going like rabbits.
Yeah, going at it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought.
As you said,
though.
everywhere I looked, everywhere my son looked, this montage was going on, and she's like, "What the hell? I have to endure this for the whole plane."
It's a funny thing though, because one, you know, as an actor, I guess you would turn around and say, "No, babe, like I'm just a really good actor. I wasn't enjoying it that much." But then, you know, it's like how bulletproof is that statement really? And it's just the constant cycle of seeing it in the media. Also, sex scenes like that, even though they're fake, they're still quite intimate on the movie set. Like, it is just wearing cloth over your bits and then, you know, lying on top of each other.
Yeah, it does get very intimate, and that goes into our next, you know, celebrity juicy sort of not safe for work stuff. And we're talking about, you know, these scenes. What if it's with your actual wife or husband? It'd probably be a lot easier, right?
Sure,
a lot easier to film 100%. And stuff. Well, you should ask Ewan McGregor and his wife Mary Elizabeth Winstead, because they're starring alongside together in a new film called A Gentleman in Moscow, and they had to get an intimacy coordinator.
Really?
Yeah. So I think this is insane.
That'd be a slap to the face. Imagine the director saying, "Guys, I just don't believe it. You guys even in love? You're getting marriage counseled by your director?"
Shut up, Francis. No, reading more into the article, he went further into detail, saying that the intimacy coordinator isn't just for intimacy. You know, they're also there to make sure that the whole crew on set is comfortable, not just the actors in the scene, and for the actors to know that they can say no if they don't want to do something. You know,
cool.
Even if it is with their significant other, because there's that whole thing that you don't want to look back at something you did in 5 years' time and be like, why did I agree to do that?
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds pretty swiftly, I'd say.
I think he's pretty stoked about that one.
Adelaide, let's wind back the clock. The new quiz with a bit of a spin. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday with Tom and Callum on Fresh 92.7.
Is it Wheelie Windback Wednesday already? Of course it is. It is Hump Day, which means we are starting a brand new quiz. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday. We're going to spin our big wheel, and it will land on one of 4 decades from the 90s up to the 2020s. If you think of yourself as a bit of a quiz expert, get involved on the phones, and you can play along every Wednesday for a prize.
Yeah, Tom, what would you say your favourite decade would be? If you were to be a quizster, a bit of a quiz master, what would you go for?
I don't know about favourite, but in terms of what one I'm probably the best at, would most likely be the 2010s.
Yeah, 2010s. I was going to
yeah.
say as well, 2020s is an easy ride because we've only had limited years in it, so everything's pretty fresh. I would say for myself, bit of a 2000s man.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's find out what Jessie from Largs Bay is, our contestant for today. Jessie, good morning to you. What decade do you think you're best at?
I think I'm best at the 2000s, I hope.
Cool, 2000s. I mean, it's the era of Britney Spears, denim jeans. Yep. Is it right up your alley?
Yeah. Loved, Britney Spears and NSYNC and all the boy bands.
Great. Well, hopefully you get 2000s. Let's spin that wheel, Jessie.
All right. Spin that wheel! All right. Big spin on the wheel. Callum has not held back there. Oh, Jessie, you've got the 2020s.
Oh, how lucky.
All right.
All right. This is probably one of the easier ones. Let's jump straight into it. I'll start off with the first question. Released in 2020 on Netflix, what is the star of the Tiger King's real name?
Oh, it's Joe Exotic or something.
That is correct. Off to a flying start, Jessie.
All right, Jessie, next one. If you're a bit of a fresh fan, you'll love this. What song took out the winning spot at the top 92 in 2023? Better get this one, Jessie.
No, I don't think I'm going to get this
one. You don't think you're going to get it?
No, I don't even think I can take a stab at it.
Really? Our top 92 of 2023?
The last top 92.
Yeah.
Any song. Just name any recent song.
No, I don't think I can get it. How embarrassing.
Hey, mental blank. A lot of the fresh fam are going to be a little bit disappointed with that one.
Jessie, the correct answer was Prada, of course.
Of course.
Hey, better luck next week. We are playing It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday every single Wednesday. Your chance to play along in a quiz. If you think you're an expert of a decade from the 90s up to the 2020s, your chance to win prizes. I have been doing some research as of late. Going to the pub to do research. That's what I'm telling everybody.
Sure.
But no, I've been studying. I've been doing some, people watching and studying the people around the pub scene.
Is this what you do when no one talks to you at the pub? You're like, well, I'll go into research mode if no one is there to hang out with.
Yeah. Pretty much. I was alone, and
when I feel lonely, I pretend to be a scientist. It helps me cope with it.
I have my pocket journal, all my pens good to go. But no, I was looking, it all stemmed from, I went outside and I was chatting to someone, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to go back inside. I'm just going to sit by the bar and wind things up, go home. It was after a long day at work, and I just wanted to, have a bit of chill time just to myself. But as I'm walking back in, there's this bloke there next to the door, and he's sort of leaning up against the wall right next to the door. And he's got his, one leg up.
Right.
Against the wall. You know how some people lean like that? And I started thinking, geez, what does the one leg up say about you?
The one leg up is weird because you wouldn't do that inside your own house against your own walls to dirty them, right?
No.
It's just a bizarre one.
Yeah, it is a bizarre one. So I started writing down what I think certain leans say about certain people.
All right, let's go through it.
All right, so let's kick things off. We'll get some thinking music going here. All right, one leg up against the wall. You probably got sunnies on, no matter what time of day it is, right? Yeah. Nighttime, morning, lunchtime, doesn't matter.
Sure.
You could be inside, does not matter. You've got sunnies on. You're probably also listening to this through your headphones.
Well, you reckon it's old school classic rocker trying to be hip and youthful, just one leg up on the wall. It's a cool stance.
I reckon they reckon they've got a bit of James Dean about them.
Yeah. There's a bit of arrogance to the one foot on the wall.
Yeah, there is a slight arrogance to it. And you probably think you're like the James Dean of this pub, like you're the coolest person here. They're the vibes I get off the person that do the one leg up.
I'm sure they have friends though, right? They're talking to people at the pub and not writing notes about people's lean. Like, was he socialising? Did he have mates around?
Well, not when I saw him, but he was just...
He's doing a lean by himself?
Well, he was out having a smoke, so okay. He probably did have friends, not like me. Got into the side lean people, people that lean like against one shoulder.
Yeah.
I found they're me. They're the people that are desperate to have a yarn with someone.
Yeah, you'll lean into the conversation. You want to get as close to someone as possible.
You're side leaning by a door. You sort of side lean and sneak up behind tables to join in on a group laugh. When you hear a table of people laughing, you just try and join in and be like, "Good one."
Yeah. I do the side lean because I don't want to stand just perfectly upright.
Oh, so you're also desperate to have a yarn with someone, just like me.
Must be.
Welcome to the club. Yeah, the minute someone makes eye contact, they jump right in. They're the side leaners, I think. And wrapping things up, this was the last lean that I saw this night at the pub. It was the arms crossed and sort of leaning back against the wall.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I don't want to become.
Yeah.
I had an old boss that would do that, and it was just, I don't know, there's something a bit wanky about it.
Right, okay. So the vibe I was getting is you're an introvert, you love a pint, but you don't want to speak to anyone. You've got earphones in, even if you aren't listening to anything.
Nah, see, I think if you put your back backwards and you're doing the lean, arms crossed, I think you're trying to be a bit cocky and standoffish.
Right, okay. Well, I mean... Do you know what this means, right?
Further investigation of the pub required. Tom, I would say we have a pretty weird job.
Yeah.
At the best of times. But, there's some really strange careers paths people can take out there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like this one takes the cake a bit. It's all the way in Antarctica you can get this job.
Wow. All right. Yeah. What kind of qualifications do you need? Is this like some expert of the sea or,
What, like Poseidon? Poseidon's
he's taking a god.
He's taking a holiday.
He's more of a god of the sea. I was thinking, I can't think of what their profession is, but people that study animals in the water.
Marine biologists.
Marine biologists. Yeah, that's the one.
But no,
could think of Poseidon, but not a marine biologist.
But pretty much, no, not a marine biologist. One of the qualifications is for this position that is going, you have to be English. You have to have a UK residency.
Right, okay.
But pretty much the job is that you're a shop manager, pretty well a gift shop / post office in Antarctica.
In Antarctica? For
who you ask?
Who? Yeah,
for
yeah,
who?
Because
it's nuts.
I'm gonna throw out a crazy question.
Yeah.
Which might be really stupid to ask. There's not many people that live in Antarctica, right?
No.
No. Like next to zero, right?
No, there's like the traffic of people coming in is pretty limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much you're running the post office, and
plus, isn't that where the North Pole is? Doesn't Santa handle all that kind of mail anyway?
Nah, Antarctica's down south.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, he's got that covered. North's all good.
North is fine, yeah, right. The South Pole needs somebody.
But South Pole, so pretty much 80,000 letters and postcards go through Antarctica, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a crazy thing. And all it is when people get off cruise ships, they come down to Antarctica. Cruise ships stay there for like less than a day, you know what I mean? Like they're not there for long.
Yeah.
They get there, they go to the post office. That's where people on the cruise ships grab a postcard and send it off to whoever their family.
Right, okay.
And that's what the purpose is there for, and that's what they want people to work with. But they've given a few little inklings of what the job could be like. Heaps of penguins around.
Right.
Not many people.
Do the penguins get mail? Imagine the penguins going through their mail like a human. Instead of bills, it's like fish.
More fish. Extra fish.
Oh, tuna.
Hey, this is a new one. But yeah, apparently it smells absolutely disgusting. So that's one of the conditions you have to live in because of all the penguins. And as well, you have to wait to have a shower when one of the cruise ships come in. And at some point...
so there's not one there. You have to go on a cruise ship.
There's no shower. You have to wait until one of these boats come, hop on, all smelly, and be like, yep, good, I want to have a shower. And these cruise ships... Some of them could come in like 2-week intervals.
I gotta say, you're really not selling this job to me. What's the pay like?
They haven't said anything about the pay. It's for the experience of living with the penguins.
I don't. Well, so far, all it sounds like is I'm getting mail for penguins. They stink up the place, and I can't shower.
No internet service either, so you can't see how the other world, how everyone else is living in a penguinless society where there's showers.
Can't watch my Instagram reels or TikToks, right?
It's a burden. So I don't know.
Do you live in the post office, or is there a little hut?
I think so. I don't think you're in an igloo or anything.
Big news story breaking over in Melbourne at the moment. I mean, you might have seen it already on the news. You might have heard about it. But we're talking about the alleged burglar who was caught on CCTV stretching and doing yoga outside of a bakery before she broke in and stole several items, of which are involving some almond croissants, the baker's shoes, an iPad, and cleaning products were also allegedly stolen. She has been bailed, and she's going to appear in Melbourne Magistrates Court in May.
What a weird selection of things to take. What was the first thing, sorry?
Almond croissants. And then the baker's shoes.
So they stole legitimate things.
iPad. The iPad I get.
The iPad is classic burglar.
That makes the most sense, is the iPad. But the baker's shoes? What's the go with that?
The shoes is weird. I think the food is the funniest bit because it's like they've gone for the classic, oh yeah, I'll take the technology, the expensive stuff, the shoes, whatever, you know.
Well, she's just done a full yoga session outside. Maybe she worked up a bit of an appetite. But she's come dressed fully in black. But like... We're talking like black leggings and stuff. Like, she came knowing she was going to do this yoga to break in. Like, I don't know what she was expecting from this bakery. I think she was like Pink Panther vibes, you know, like there's going to be lasers that she has to slide through in between.
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit cat burglar vibes, going really sneaky.
Yeah.
It's doing a warm-up before a burglary. I guess it makes sense.
Also, right out front of the store. Like, wouldn't you warm up before you leave the house?
Around the block even.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Cat burglar in training, by the sounds of it. But yeah, this happened over in Richmond, over in Victoria. But I got to say, Callum, we've actually got some exclusive audio.
Oh, do we?
Right in front of us. Yeah, so we've got the audio of the yoga track she was listening to on her iPhone before breaking in.
Oh, great. This is a great piece of evidence. This will just add to it. Maybe we can get inside the mind of the criminal.
Maybe. We'll try the exercises and see if we feel like almond croissants afterwards.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
All right, here is the audio that we found. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Let's start by getting your throat chakra cleared. Breathe in through your mouth, hold, and exhale through the nose. Now switch. Breathe in the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. Keep up that pattern to keep the throat chakra clear as we move into position, starting with tree pose. Move up. Bring that left leg up. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now we move into your downward dog pose. Perfect for robbing a bakery. What?
It's targeted advertisement. they want to make criminals out of everyone.
Yoga. We need to go to more yoga places and find the root of all evil. But you know what? I feel like I'm a croissant now.
Oh, it does the job, doesn't it? It works.